Yeah, it's the Archivest, y'all, exclusively interviewing Scratch. And who is Scratch from the Grammy Award-winning group, The Roots?
Some people call me the beatbox expert, Invisible 1 and 2s, the vocal DJ, mainly known for those things. I attached the Roots name onto it. I'm still part of the team, but have attached the name on it so people know who it is and what they're dealing with when they come to a show.
And tell us about the schools of thought.
Schools of thought, there's some cats that I know back in Philly. You know, I mean, I don't know if they still together. I haven't been really speaking to them, you know what I mean? Some peoples that I know and, you know, try to do what I could to help out with their stuff.
And your album, The Embodiment of Instrumentation, how did this go for you?
It was pretty much, I had like some of the critical acclaim because it was the first beatbox record. You know, it was something I did at the crib, threw together. Shout outs to my man Andy Hurwitz, who put the record out on Rope a Dope Atlantic. You know, just put the record out, see if people was interested in a beatbox record, and it did well for that part. And, you know, just keep things moving.
And Lost for Words, featuring Kanye West, Musique Soulchild, to name a few. Tell us about the change for this new record.
That record was something that I put together throughout the years because I created relationships with a lot of different artists. It wasn't based on, you know, trying to get somebody that's hot at the time on the record. And, you know, pretty much just threw some stuff together and put it out. I mean, honestly, like that record, I'm not super crazy about just because the fact that it took so long for it to get out. But,
right.
You know, by the time it got out, I was just more like happy that people had a chance to hear it, you know?
And how is it being a member of the Dino 5?
Dino 5. Dino 5 is, they're good people. So that's another thing that, shout out to Andy Hurwitz again. He hit me up on the phone, was like, you know, I'm putting together this project. We got a whole series of it, and I would definitely like you to get on. So shout out to everybody who got on there, Charlie Tuna, Prince Paul, Ladybug, Wordsworth, and everybody, you know, who got down on the project. And it was just like a cool thing to be involved in. I have a son, so it's a good look to be doing stuff with the kids. You always got to give back.
And what has been one of the best beatbox memories that you've ever had?
That's pretty hard to call because I've done a lot of stuff. I mean, I would say, like, far as with certain artists, it was really dope to work with Jay-Z. It was really dope to do something with B.B. King. I mean, the list could go on. So, I mean, it's nothing like at a specific plateau of anything that I did, but just happy to be doing my thing.
And how is it touring with the world-winning Roots band?
The Roots, I would say the best thing about that was, you know, Quest and Thought. They helped me become more sharper with my craft and be more theatrical and you know, just making me an all-around artist. And I appreciate them putting me on and hooking me up.
And what has been the biggest crowd that you have ever rocked?
70,000. I can't remember. It was a festival, but 70,000 was the most.
And what is one of the best memories that you've been part of in contribution to hip-hop?
I would say the best thing would be the whole beatbox thing because I took it to another plateau. I was the first one to use the loop station. I was the first one to doing the scratching. I was the first one to all of that. So to, you know, you can check the history on that. I'm the first to do all of that. So I get excited when I see other cats who, you know, take from that and try to do something with it and keep moving the whole beatbox movement forward.
And share about your beatbox being so unique and having such an advantage in the industry.
I would say that the biggest advantage that I have is that it's a God-given gift and talent. It's something that's not you can see every day, and my stuff is completely different than the other guys. So that's what keeps me in a different lane than them. And I just don't stay strictly with the beatbox community. My stuff swerves through all kind of stuff from hip hop to R&B and so forth and so on. You know, so it's a good look to have the talent that I have, and I thank God for it.
And share about your recent mixtape, Beat Expert, Volume 1.
Yeah.
More than 50,000 downloads.
Yeah, it was. It's almost 60,000 downloads right now. It's been out for a month. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought it was only going to do 15,000, 20,000. And, you know, word got around. and they just spread it out. Shout out to Sofa Raw to be hooking up some of the PR on it, and it did its thing way beyond what I thought it was going to be, and I'm going to put out a new one in September.
And how do you feel about hip hop today, and what needs to change?
I think, you know, hip hop has grown in so many different ways, and in so many different ways it kind of stopped a little bit of the horizons. I think what it needs to stop is some of the ignorance, some of the street stuff, what's going on with you know, trying to be more ghetto and ignorant. That's like the key now. I don't think that's a good look. You know, I mean, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey, which is the most hoodest motherfucking spot that you can go to. You know what I'm saying? I come from the murder capital of America, but do you see me praising about the gunshots and killings that go on? I lost friends. I lost family. Out of 20 friends, I got 15 are dead, 3 doing life, and 2 that barely made it out of the hood. And these dumb fucking monkey ass assholes are jumping around thinking that's the shit. That's bullshit. But other than that, I like how hip hop has moved into all the different homes, from not just the urban neighborhoods, but also the suburbs and so forth and so on, and how it became more a national treasure to an international treasure for just even marketing whatever it is, you know? So, I mean, hip hop is growing, but some people got to stop the bullshit, or it will be like Nas said, it'll be dead, because pretty soon it'll be on life support with all the bullshit.
And share about coming to Canada and your reaction from the crowds and the Western Canada tour you're on now for 2011.
Canada, I've been rocking for like 15, 16 years. But, you know, I mean, all in all, it's a different experience each time. And I love the way the Canadians have grown into hip-hop culture. I love that some of the artists that have been doing their thing, keeping it hip-hop instead of keeping it like what some of the people are doing in the States, with the flashiness and stuff like that. I mean, I get excited when I see people like Classified, people like Socrates. You know, I'm not, you notice I didn't say Drake. The only reason why I didn't say that is because, I mean, he's my man and all, but there's a lot of other artists that people need to hear about that's been doing their thing that needs to get their shot on, you know?
And you have anything to add as Scratch that people can know about?
I would just say, like, basically, I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. I ain't going nowhere no time soon. I'm going to be continue doing the whole new mixtape thing, because my mixtapes is going to be ridiculous. It's not going to be like anybody else's. So it's something that's like a must hear, must cop, because I'm putting it out for free. So no reason for nobody not to have it. You know what I mean? You can put it in your archives and then tell your kids later, like, this is the illest shit that's out. Holla.
Always. And you got any shouts?
I like to shout out to my son, Kyle Jr., my wife. Shout out to everybody, all the MCs, DJs, B-boys, B-girls. You know, just everybody who has a love for music, not just hip-hop. You know what I mean? Keep it moving, keep it real. And I'm not talking about just not selling out. It's all about good music at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you're doing this or that. As long as it's good music, it doesn't matter. All right?
And thanks to Scratch Bastard and Aaron at Fortune Sound Club. And this is the Archivest, and you already know the name, y'all.
Holla, Scratch.